I think what I would envision over the next decade is the ABA allowing for more diversity among the models of legal education, so that you could have a law school that is significantly, if not solely, taught by a kind of adjunct faculty. That's going to reduce the costs of legal education. Not everybody's going to want that. Not every university is going to want to provide that. There's still most American law schools are at research one universities, and so you're going to have a faculty typically at those schools that contribute to the profession through scholarship as well as teaching. But the ABA will, I would think, in the next decade or so, will allow a greater diversity of law schools. They're cropping up already, but within the constraints right now of the standards.
I think it's going to trend towards looking like how Mitchell looks, in the sense of being really focused on the three key areas: doctrine, obviously, skills, professional identity, that Mitchell has really for 109 years been focusing on. So I think that we'll continue to evolve in that direction, strengthening our ability to help students take more full advantage of their 3 years in law school, 3 or 4 years in law school, and come out even more well prepared to practice law. But I think you're going to find other law schools doing the same thing.
Northwestern has just launched this year, I think, a sort of a 2-year JD program, looking a little bit like a business school model. And that's a very interesting program, and I think we and a lot of other law schools are kind of looking at that and want to see how that works out. On the other end, schools might experiment with 4-year degrees, which combine the more traditional JD with some specialization that might be marketable. And I think legal practice is becoming increasingly specialized. So we and others are looking at different options, ranging from both a shorter to a longer period of time, more specialization, sort of more focused opportunities for students.
We're going the way I think that doctors are going, in the sense of there are going to be increasing pressures to provide cheaper access to lawyers, just like there's going to be increased pressure to provide cheaper, more open access to healthcare providers. And so the days of, everyone has this vision of most lawyers sort of, all of them earning $500,000 a year and breathing the rarefied air of the office towers in Minneapolis. I don't think so anymore. I mean, there are going to be a few privileged people who have those types of jobs, but really where the profession is going is, I think, more reasonably priced providers, and who are going to be using technology much more frequently.